Good evening, dear sisters and brothers. Welcome to the evening session of Being Heartful Every Day with Swadhyaya. As we remain with the theme of flow of thoughts, today we observe a quiet but more important shift. How thoughts, when left undisturbed and unburdened, naturally reveal the direction. In heartfulness, clarity does not come from planning excessively or analyzing endlessly. It emerges when the mind is calm enough to listen. When thoughts flow freely, neither resistant nor indulged, they begin to arrange themselves, gently pointing us toward what truly matters. This inner guidance is subtle yet deeply reliable. When thoughts are congested, direction feels confusing. When thoughts are clear, direction becomes obvious without mental effort. Our abhyas helps us experience this difference differently. As impressions reduce and attention rests in the heart, thoughts no longer compete with one another, they begin to align. And from this alignment, direction is felt rather than decided. There is a quiet sense of knowing, unaccompanied by urgency or doubt. The flow of thoughts becomes purposeful, naturally guiding the action. Much of our mental strain comes from trying to figure out life. Heartfulness gently introduces another possibility, listening inwardly. When awareness settles in the heart, thinking softens into receptivity. Thoughts still arise, but they are no longer forced. And in this receptive state, insight surfaces spontaneously. Solution appear without strain, and listening replaces effort, and understanding deepens without explanation. Meditation also allows awareness to rest at the heart, and the cleaning clears the subtle impressions that distort inner perception. Together, they remove the inner noise that obscures direction. With regular abhyas, thoughts no longer pull in conflicting directions. Mental clarity improves and decisions are with ease. The path ahead feels less crowded and more open. Daji often reminds us that the heart already knows. When the mind quiets down, this knowing becomes accessible. The flow of thoughts then become a bridge between inner wisdom and outer life. Living from this space brings confidence in us without rigidity and movements without restlessness. Dear sisters and brothers, if someone you know feels uncertain, scattered, or disconnected from their inner direction, this reflection may offer reassurance to them. Introducing them to heartfulness masterclasses or the BHED sessions can help them reconnect with clarity from within. And sharing these practices is a gentle act of support. You'll find the additional reading material and videos of beloved Daji on this theme, which is available on the Heartfulness app. And you can access this material under the Sunday tab dated 14th December. We will now move on to our inspirational reading section. We have started the article reading yesterday. This is the article by beloved Daji, and we have read a few sections. This is also from the additional reading material available on this theme on the Heartfulness app. So we'll resume our reading now. Trayam Ekatra Samyam. When the three processes of dharana, dhyana, and samadhi are taken together as one, on the same object, place, or point, it is called samyam. The form has vanished and only the meaning remains. Tad Jayat Prajna Loka. Through the mastery of the threefold process of samyam, the light of knowledge, transcendental insight, and higher consciousness becomes. Tasya Bhumiso Viniyoga. Samyam is gradually applied to the finer planes, states, or stages of practice. Trayam Antar Angam purvebhaya. These three practices of dharana, dhyana, and samadhi are more internal than the previous five practices. Tad api bahir angam nirbijasya. They are, however, still more external than the real samadhi, which does not have an object or even a seed object on which to concentrate. Vyutana nirodha samskara abhibhava padurbhava nirdoha kasna chita anvaya nirodha parinama. That high level of mastery called nirodha parinama occurs in the transition stage, where the rising tendency of deep impressions converges with the subsiding tendency and the attention of the mind field itself. Tasya prashanta vahita samskarat. The steady flow of the state of nirodha parinama continues by creating the habit of doing the practice day after day. सर्वराधता एकाग्रता कस्य उदय चितस्य samadhi parinama. The mastery called samadhi parinama is the transition stage in which the tendency to multi-pointedness subsides while the tendency to one-pointedness arises. Tada punaha shanta uditao tulya pratayau चितस्य एकाग्रता परिनिमा. The mastery called ekagrata parinama is the transition stage in which one pointedness of consciousness arises and subsides sequentially. The idea of time vanishes, the past and present are as one, and the mind is said to be concentrated. Hridaye Chitta Samvid. By practicing samyam on the heart, knowledge of the mind is attained. Patanjali describes dharana, dhyana, and samadhi together because he considers them progressive and interrelated aspects of concentration or inward settledness. Meditation generally starts with dharana, a supposition. This supposition or sankalpa initiates the flow of intention with thought, energy, and direction. As that intention moves deeper, diving into the field of experience of the heart, we move into dhyana or meditation. The outcome is samadhi or absorbency in the object of meditation. And the quality of the samadhi we experience depends on the field we create through this process of meditation. Dharana. Dharana is often related as concentration, and certainly that is one part of it. But its meaning is broader and far more interesting than simply the ability to concentrate with one pointed attention. Dharana also covers the ability to contain, to hold, and like a womb, to nurture in the same way that Mother Earth gives birth to trees from seeds that are planted in our soil. As our consciousness expands, that ability to contain eventually becomes so vast that we are able to contain God within us. Dear sisters and brothers, let us take a pause now and let us prepare ourselves for the universal prayer and Friday 9 p.m. meditation with Taji. All brothers and sisters are being filled with love and devotion, and real faith is growing stronger in them. सभी भाई बहन प्रेम और भक्ति से भर रहे हैं और उनमें सच्ची श्रद्धा दृढ़ होती जा रही है. May this universal prayer awakens love, unity, and compassion in the hearts of all. Dear sisters and brothers, as you prepare for the rest tonight, take a few moments to offer your bedtime prayer and the reflections of the day. Dear sisters and brothers, thank you for joining this evening session. And as we are continuing with the reflections of the theme, may the inner direction become more clear, and may our listening deepen, and may the heart quietly lead the way. We look forward to your presence for the morning session tomorrow, which is going to be at 6 a.m. And until then, wishing you all a very good night and a good rest. Thank you.